Alright, so the release notes for War Commander's new update has just dropped, and I think I want to cover the three, at least the ones I think are major. I have not read them yet, but based on what I've seen, they seem pretty interesting. Alright, so we got the patch notes. Following changes and fixes are applied on the Thursday, May 8th, 10 a.m. Obviously, that's going to be at the usual time. If it's like East Coast in the US, 1 p.m., then I believe like 7 p.m. in Europe, and so on. Events, Strike Ops, formerly Retaliation, which is interesting because isn't what Retaliation is. Actually, I'm not gonna guess. We're gonna read. No, we'll dive into it. Thanks to the great free feedback from players, you can now use 2 unique units at a time in a base and strike ops. This will help make more engaging strategies and better synergy options. W. That's that's something I was hoping for, because 1 unique is not enough. 2 or 3, heck yeah, you can actually do something with that. In strike ops, commanders will face off against a series of true believer targets with unique units. Bases will be defeated in numbered order, and after beating out 3 bases, an optional bonus base is unlocked that awards a huge amount of XP. Use XP to purchase prizes in the Strike Ops store. That's the usual, what's it called? Holdout setup. Still going to be the same thing as Retaliation, where you go numbered order, hit a base, unlock bonus, the usual. And the Strike Ops earn the standard parts, elite parts, upgrade logistics, and build logistics for the warrior. Omega parts for the Sepulture, lightweight frame, armored carapace, and wing commander tech for R1 Mantis. Bombard upgrade logistics, as well as the new Spec Ops Bombard's College. Alright, so if I'm not mistaken, R1 Mantis, I think they got new stuff recently, because what didn't it get Omega recent? I don't even know. I missed it on the last one, but I got all that for those. Uh Shadow Ups, we got the new Megatron. Mega Metatron? Metatron, unique unit. Beat the shop space over the next 6 phases to earn 7 parts, with the final piece being available in the July main event. Get the tech for your Bombard units to go to the next level in Shadow Ops. The tech is within reach. So basically, the tech that was featured in the event, where you could grind it or wait for Shadow Ops to come. Me personally, I'd rather do it in Shadow Ops. Much faster, much more efficient, in my opinion. PvP season, let's be honest, all they're really adding is Orbiter and its tech. Nothing really new, but this is where things get spicy. The Jetstream tech. Due to exploitation of the Jetstream tech, we've changed its functionality to add a flat +3 movement boost to units while within its aura. This should prevent players from using it to supercharge the speed of air units much higher than they were intended to go. This tech was intended to provide a boost for slower units, not to make faster units break physics. So I've seen some mentions of it possibly being like a bad, rough change, but if I'm being completely honest, +3 movement boost is not bad at all. And I don't know if it's like miswording here, but it boosts air units by I believe 75%. And I don't know if they're changing it so that it allows all units to be boosted, but I'm pretty sure it's still going to be for air. But basically, +3 movement boost is actually pretty pretty standard if I'm being honest. Because like a unit that has 4 speed and it's getting boosted by like 75%, that's already +3 speed. It's not really changing anything for like majority of the units, but anything below 4 speed, it will it's gonna actually get a pretty nice buff to it. And then units that are like 12 speed, 20 speed, they're no longer gonna be like zoom, and they're actually gonna be more dialed back. Therefore, things that are not so yeah, things that are not too slow, things that are going way too fast, they won't just be impossible to shoot anymore. They'll be actually balanced in that case, and things that were extremely slow, they're actually gonna be more comfortable to use now. And so let's jump into Shadow Off, see what we got there. Speed of Light, Chapter 1. featuring parts for the Metatron, tech for the Bombard. Okay, it has a satellite look to it. Sentinel logo right here. Jet right there. Don't know. Okay, before I say anything. Description. Called upon when needed most, the Metatron is seen as the guiding light of the machine god, capable of inspiring and shielding troops from harm in battle while also condemning foes to sentinels. The Metatron paves the way forward through blood and light, earning the Metatron by... Okay, cool. Alright, so if this is what I'm hoping for, if this is a support unique, because it says capable of inspiring and shielding, so you got a shielding, protection, and you have a buff. That is a support unique. That is what I'm looking for. This is what I like. I'm no Sentinels player, but I like seeing this. Using technology from True Believer spies. Wait, using technology recovered from True Believer spies, the Sentinels have found what they believe to be a vessel that would allow one of them to commune with the machine god. Little do they know, it does so much more. In the Metatron, earn the Metatron, blah blah blah, bombard, get your tech, event structure. Okay, yeah, this is just standard Shadow Op stuff. Tech, all this stuff was in the event. If I had to guess. Alright, so there's like three possibilities, two of them being more likely. I'll start with the less likely one. My guess is just low hover type of, what's it called? Vehicle. And so it'll be like a hover tank, but slightly lifted off the ground pretty much. But I don't really think they're gonna do that. My guess is more towards like air or what's it called? High altitude. And I'm really hoping it's not high altitude because Sentinels, they get a lot of high altitude units. Well, a lot of high altitude in general, especially in their unique category. Uh, I'd hope to see like what's it called? Rangers in Corpus eventually get a high altitude unit because I'm pretty sure we have quite a bit of high altitude or well, just anti-air dedicated units at the moment. So it would be a really nice time for high altitude units to be introduced as long as we still have anti-air units that are relevant. So this is Metatron. We'll be seeing that pretty soon. Then we got Strike Ops. Let's see what they got updated. Warrior Elite parts. Omega parts as well. Oh, snap. Um. Okay, so the tech for R1 Mantis. I believe that's new. Because didn't they say they were. What? I don't even remember the order that they were going in. Never mind. But I remember they changed up the order, and so things were just thrown out of whack for a bit. And so we're in like a Rangers Sentinel Corpus type of rotation. Maybe also featuring Equinox? But I don't know how they're gonna do with that. Let's see. Thanks to okay, so we read that part. The Warrior is the latest in a long line of infantry units, uniques that are just dudes. Dudes that outclass tanks. These men have no business being this strong, yet here we are. The Warrior is as close to a murder hobo as War Commander is going to get. Okay. I think we read all that. Same structure. All unique units will be deployed through a new unique unit HUD, and only 2 unique can be deployed at a time, so make your decisions wisely. And I'm assuming that with Metatron coming, it will help out in this event. Probably quite a bit, because for one, shielding and buffing, which are pretty essential when it comes to supporting your units. And so you could probably run like something much more weaker or try to buff one of your stronger units. And it looks like that's. Oh, no, there's more. Okay. So we got the lightweight frame for the R1 Mantis, 1.5 movement speed, 1.5 turn speed. Yeah, that's not bad. Armored carapace reduces damage from air by 40%. Pretty decent. Wing Commander enables high. Okay, yeah, this is what I'm talking about. Enables hitting high altitude. Causes turbulence and splash radius. Reduces damage to ground units by half. So This is what I'm talking about. This is a perfect time for high altitude units to just come through because we got stuff like this going on, and it's for more newer units. And then we just got these. There's always one level 1 bombard, level 2, or level 5, I mean, 2 level 5s, and 3 level 10s. So I'm curious to see how this new featured, or this new mechanic that they got where we can now use 2 uniques and see how well that works. Because it should be pretty well, to be honest. But that is all for the notes so far. Let me know what you think. Peace.